Hi, this is Meggy, and today I am going to be doing one video that is really scary. I'm going to be exposing myself. Yeah, not in the way you're thinking, but yeah, I am actually scared for this one. It's taking me balls to do this, and I'm scared, but I want to do it. And I hope one or two of you will resonate with it. This is my story. Hi, my name is Meggy, and for the longest time, I was in pain, and I cut my hair, and no one noticed. So today, I am going to be sharing my story. So, where do I begin? Okay, so I was depressed for a long time, since sometime around 2020, and I was struggling a lot. It's not one thing that led to my depression. There were a couple of things going on in my life, things I was just experiencing that I feel like made me depressed. The reason as to why people didn't notice was because baby girl knows how to hide. Yo, I'm the kind of person who'll be going through something like some terrible shit, and I'll just be smiling. And I know that it's not a good thing, but it's just me. I feel like it's my coping mechanism. Oh, by the way, I'm out in the wild, so if you hear the birds chirping and whatever, I'm in the wild. Anyways, so there was this one time I was crying. I had cried for like an hour or two, and then I just told myself, okay, I'm not gonna cry anymore. And so I woke up from my bed, I went and showered, dressed up, did my makeup and hair, and then I started recording a video, as I always do. But if like you're my friend and like you view my status, then you just know I'm always recording videos of me dancing, me vibing, and yeah, that's just it. So this one time I decided, let me record a video, maybe that will make me feel a little more lively. And so I start just vibing to some music, and then I snapped. I cried. I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. And so I stopped the video, and then when I wanted to post it here as usual. When posting, I cut out the part where I was crying, which is something I always do. I cut out the part where life is just terrible and post things that like I look lively, and then people come asking, how is it that you're always happy? And then I tell them, I just smile. You just gotta smile. But the thing that they don't know is while smiling, there's a tear you're hiding behind. The thing with depression is that one time you're so happy, one time you just wanna cry, one time you just want to be angry at everyone. Sometimes I wish I'd be the kind of person who can just talk about anything. And I try. No, that's a lie. I don't. When I'm going through shit, I'll check my journal, write, or I'll cry. I can't tell you the number of times I have cried myself to sleep. When I'm going through things, I tend to try and find a way to channel my pain or to just divert my attention. Like this one time, I got high because I was a depressed bitch, and then I felt like I was still not okay. So I decided to go and pierce my nose. I used to have a nose piercing. I did it sometime last year. For a moment, I felt okay. I was like, okay, I'm fine now. I'm fine. And the thing is, I have always wanted a nose piercing. Don't get me wrong. I have always wanted it. But at this particular time, I got the nose piercing because I was in pain. I just wanted a distraction. That was, I think, in November. So in December, I went back home, and it was just a mess. I came from school, went home, and it was just a mess. My parents were not there. My siblings traveled, and I was home alone for like the longest time ever. And then I got sick, and I was in so much pain. I remember I didn't want to call my parents and tell them that I was not feeling well because I felt like I'd be a nuisance to them. I just didn't want to call them. I told myself that maybe I'd just get better. I remember I was in so much pain. Then it came a time I couldn't even walk, so I was talking to my friend, and he was like, tell me what is going on. Are you sick? What is happening? And then I decided to open up. And when I described my symptoms, he told me that he once had the same symptoms, and when he went to the hospital, he was diagnosed with appendicitis, and he was like, you have to go to the hospital because if you waste time and that is what it is, then you're gonna die. And at this time, I was like, I don't wanna die. So I decided to call my mom, and she organized for me, and I went to the hospital. I remember the next day, I was feeling better, but I was still depressed. I was going through the most. At this time, I had a nose piercing. I was still feeling like trash, so I decided to get a tattoo, my first tattoo. Breathe. To be honest with you, at this point, I was having suicidal thoughts, and the only thing that was pushing me was is the fact that I'm actually a firstborn in a house of 5, and my siblings are young. So I started thinking to myself, if I die right now, who's gonna take care of these kids? I love my siblings. I don't want them to suffer. I know maybe if I die, then they'll survive. But I want to be there, I want to be there. So that was the point. I decided to get this breathe. I wanted to breathe. I wanted to remind myself that it's okay. Things are going to get better. I don't want to die. I'm not ready. I still have a lot to accomplish. I think it was around 27th of December. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so the depression still goes on and on. And now, tumevuka mwaka, we're in January. I remember on 3rd January, I was like, this is it. This is it. I can't do this anymore. So I went to my mom's room. She has this machine ya kunyoa. So I went in there and I took it and I shaved all my hair. All my hair. I was bald. I was bald. I was bald. And I remember after I was done, I was looking at myself in the mirror, thinking to myself, what have I done? Because the truth is, I don't feel confident in a bald head. So many people have told me I look ugly with no hair. Before I had wanted to cut my hair because my hairline was non-existent. So I'd tell myself that I'll cut my hair and then I start like a new hair journey and all that. But at this particular time, I cut my hair because I just didn't know what to do anymore, And I remember after cutting my hair, I'd cover my head with Marvin's cape, durag, hair bonnet. I feel like God made me start Style by Meg so that I'd have products to cover my head at this time when I was going through the most. Because karibu nilikuwa naangusha biashara. But anyways, so I cut my hair, all of it. But people didn't know because I'd wear wigs, I'd wear Marvin, I'd wear durag. Like, you'd never see my hair. So I remember this one time I traveled. I explained in my other video, there was a time I traveled and my bags were lost. So after the traveling, I went back home and I remember I was feeling so sad. So I decided to sleep. The previous day was just a mess. It was the day me and my friend Rita experienced the most. Maybe one time when we meet up with Rita, we'll tell you our story. Anyways, so I was in bed sleeping and I don't know, I have this thing where like I can sense someone approaching me from afar. I can sense someone. This particular day I was sleeping and when I'm in my room, I don't cover my head. When I'm outside, my head is always covered. So I decide to sleep and my mom comes to my room and I don't know why, but I didn't notice her coming to my room. I didn't hear her knocking. I didn't hear anything. I was deep asleep. And then so my mom knocks the door and then she's like, why is this girl not opening? So she opens my door. And when she enters, she sees her baby girl sleeping with no hair. And at the time I was deep asleep. So she was telling me later on. And so my mom decides to go to one corner of my room. And she looks at me and she's crying. And she told me she prayed. She prayed so that God helped me because she had a feeling I was going through the most. So then as she's leaving my room, that is where I snap and I wake up. And I'm like, oh, ni nani kwa mlango? And then she's like, ni mimi. She's coming to tell me that her friends had ordered some pillowcases and hair bonnets, so she wanted me to make. And I was like, okay, I'll make them. And then she leaves. So later that day, she calls me and then she's like, the time nilipokuja kwa room yako, venye ulisikia nikigonga, nilikuwa nishaingia. And I saw you had cut your hair. And then she told me, I feel like you are going through something that I probably cannot help you with. But I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, my daughter. I want you to get better. And I hope you'll be good. Because I don't like the way you are right now. I feel like you are going through the most. And I remember this time, she was actually talking with a little tears in her eyes. Na mimi nilikuwa namwangalia na macho ngumu. But the truth is, my heart melted. Because for the first time ever, I felt like my mom cared. My mom actually cared. My mom cared about me. And so I remember going back to my room and I was like, I have to do better. I have to be better. For myself, for my family, for my future, I just have to be better, So I decided to take my book and I just started writing things that I want to change. I started writing how I want to make things better, how I'm gonna do better. And I don't know. I feel like healing when you're depressed is just something personal. It's something anything personal, there comes a time you just feel like it is time. Now I have to be good. And you just don't get good at once. Huamki tu hivi alafu depression imeisha. No, it's a work in progress. At this particular time, I didn't even know why I was depressed. I didn't know why I was depressed anymore. So I decided to just start working on myself, doing things that made me happy. I'd go out, I'd focus on my business, I'd focus on my school, I'd hang out with my siblings. Kitambo ilikuwa they'd come to my room and I'd just chase them away. But from this particular time, I'd invite them to my room and things were better. I know, like, since the year began, it hasn't been easy for me. My mom went through an operation, my dad got into a road accident, but everything is better now. My mom is back to work, my dad is better. And I remember even this YouTube channel, it's something, I started my YouTube channel in 2018, and for 2 good years, 2019, 2020, every time when I write my New Year resolutions, like starting my YouTube channel is always on the list. Even in 2021, starting a YouTube channel was on the list. But so this time I decided I'm going to write it and I'm going to do it. And that was when I decided that, okay, let's do this. Let's do this YouTube because it's something I love. I love creating content. And I feel like it is time for me to stop hiding behind my mask. I know for the longest time ever I have felt ugly. I felt like I'm ugly because I have short hair now. I have so many insecurities, but every day I'm working on them. And I think I'm getting and doing better. And I feel like me cutting my hair, me drawing a tattoo, me piercing my nose, crying myself to sleep, in one way or the other, they helped me. Because I don't know where I'd be without these things. I don't know where I'd be if my mom had not talked to me on that day. I know for some reason, God is the one who made me go just deep asleep. Because mimi, huwa nasikia mtu akija kwa room yangu, I can feel them walking to my room from afar. Sasa nikisikia, by the time anafika kwa mlango, nishavaa mavini yangu, nishafunga bandana ama whatever I want to cover my head with. So by the time they're entering my room, I've covered my head. But on this particular day, my mom came, went to a corner, prayed, left, and that is when I had her knock. You know, actually, none of my friends have seen me since I cut my hair. My family members, it's only my mom who has seen me. And that was only because she walked into my room. But I feel like it is time. If I want to be true to myself, then I have to accept myself for who I am. I want to tell myself that I'm beautiful because I actually am. I am beautiful. Short hair, long hair, it's just it. I don't know how it's going to be after this video, but I feel like it is time. Time for me to stop hiding. It is time for me to love myself the way I am supposed to love myself, you know? This is me. Because I carry it well doesn't mean it's not heavy. 1 or 2 of you might be like, this girl was not going through depression. She's just being dramatic. I was just being composed, you know? Composing myself. And I swear I was trying. I was really trying. I don't know why it took me so long to heal. I started being depressed last year, and I actually used to talk to myself a lot. I feel like talking to myself makes me feel mentally stable. For anyone who's going through depression right now, just remember, time heals almost everything. Give the time some time. You'll be better. You'll do better. You'll feel good. You love yourself one day, one time, because everyone has a guardian angel, and your guardian angel is there to protect you and guide you. Also, no one is the reason for your happiness except yourself. You're the reason for your happiness. Don't compare your life to anyone. You have no idea what their journey is all about. I feel like I need to shout this out. Don't compare yourself to anyone, because most people make so many assumptions about Meggy has a nice life, Meggy is always happy. Don't compare yourself to me. You don't know what my journey is. And then also stop thinking too much. Stop thinking too much. It's okay not to know all answers. I feel good right now. I'm at a better place, and I hope this video sheds light to someone else, someone who's probably going through the same. I am Meggy, and this is my story. It's so dark right now. I need to end this video. I need to go home. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope it shed some light to 1 or 2 of you. I hope you stick to my channel. The content that is coming up next is going to be more fun, more lively, and please be kind on my comments. I'd really appreciate. And if there's someone you think is going through the same, please share this video to them. Like this video, subscribe, share, and turn on your post notifications so that you are notified every time I post a new video. I feel good, I feel empowered, I feel like ama najidanganya. Anyways, it is so dark right now. Curfew huku Nairobi ni saa 2, so I hope to see you in my next video. Be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, love yourself, and bye guys.